Phantom Lawyer. When will episodes 5 and 6 release, and what to expect? South Korean legal fantasy drama Phantom Lawyer continued its broadcast with episodes 3 and 4 airing on SBS TV on March 20 and 21, 2026. The series follows a weekly schedule, releasing new episodes every Friday and Saturday at 9:50 p.m. KST. Episodes 5 and 6 are set to air on March 27 and 28. Phantom Lawyer is co-written by Kim Ga-young and Kang Cheol-ju, and directed by Shin Jong-hoon. It features Yoo Yeon-seok and Esom in the lead roles. Phantom Lawyer follows Shin Yi-rang, a lawyer who gains the ability to see ghosts after moving into a former shaman's office. He begins handling cases tied to spirits. Han Na-hyeon, a sharp and skeptical lawyer, opposes him in court, but soon finds her beliefs shaken by unexplained events. The upcoming episode of Phantom Lawyer sets up another direct clash between Shin Yi-rang and Han Na-hyeon as they take on the same case. Yi-rang represents the victim, a murdered science professor whose body has been hidden in the woods. As he investigates, the ghost is seen possessing him after seeing the crime scene and desperately demanding answers about his death. Meanwhile, the professor's wife becomes the prime suspect. She is taken into custody and faces intense interrogation, with Na-hyeon stepping in to possibly defend her while also uncovering the truth. With both lawyers pursuing the same case from different perspectives, the episode is expected to focus on unraveling whether the wife is truly guilty or if a deeper mystery lies behind the murder. Episode 3 of Phantom Lawyer begins with Yi-rang meeting Han Na-hyeon to thank her for her role in the previous case. She dismisses his gratitude, explaining that she has not intentionally helped, and that the police has arrived before she could hide the hard drive. Yi-rang insists that her action still has contributed to delivering justice, especially for the victim's child. Yi-rang soon encounters a new client, a ghost, who initially appears as a schoolgirl interested in K-pop. With no clear identity, but a sketch of her face, he begins investigating across entertainment agencies, street dance scenes, and idol trainee circles. At the same time, his family learns that he can see ghosts, and despite initial fear, his mother urges his brother-in-law to support him and join the search. A breakthrough comes when Yi-rang's niece recognizes the girl from an idol survival show. She is a popular contestant ranked second and close to her debut. At her agency, Yi-rang discovers her real name, Kim Sua, which restores her memories. Sua grew up in poverty with her grandmother after being separated from her mother. Determined to improve her life, she worked part-time while pursuing singing and dancing. She was eventually scouted into an agency and joined a survival show. However, her intense ambition made her appear aggressive, leading to conflicts with other trainees. Complaints were filed against her, and she was expelled from the agency. On the day she was removed, Sua felt unexpectedly relieved and planned to reunite with her grandmother quickly. While standing in the agency's rooftop, she received a call from her estranged mother and planned to meet her. However, soon after the call ended, someone pushed her to her death. The only detail about the killer she now remembers is an unfamiliar phone ringtone. With this information, Yi-rang investigates further. He questions her fellow trainees, Sua's vocal trainer-songwriter who she admires. During the encounter with the trainer, Sua possesses Yi-rang, causing him to behave like a teenage girl in front of her crush, which alarms the vocal trainer, leading to security intervening. Before being removed, Yi-rang, possessed by Sua, hears the same ringtone from the trainer's phone, raising suspicion. While following this man, Yi-rang chases him into the street and nearly gets hit by a bus. Han Na-hyeon, who is the agency's lawyer and is near the building, notices Yi-rang and saves him, putting herself in danger. However, the bus swerves and both survive. Yi-rang later tracks Sua's phone to the songwriter's house and also learns that Sua has been writing and composing songs. He begins to suspect that the songwriter has targeted her to steal her work and sneaks into the man's house to find more. Na-hyeon intercepts him, questioning his actions, and he is forced to reveal his suspicions about Sua's murder and the possibility of another victim. He asks for her help, including access to survival show rankings to identify possible alliances. Later, Yi-rang further finds a fellow trainee named Emma, who has been ranked lower. When Yi-rang confronts her, she attempts to knock him unconscious after realizing he knows the truth. The songwriter, who is her ally, arrives at the PLA, and believing Yi-rang is unconscious, the two begin discussing the incident. Getting their confession, Yi-rang reveals he is conscious and retrieves Sua's phone. After, with the help from his brother-in-law, the songwriter is restrained. He corners Emma into fully confess the truth. She had always been jealous of Sua's talent and popularity, Despite coming from a wealthy background, she resented Sua's rise. After finding herself ranking way lower than her in the contest, she instigated other trainees to file complaints, leading to Sua's expulsion. On the rooftop, when she saw Sua happy instead of devastated, she pushed her off in a moment of anger, killing her. The songwriter had witnessed the murder by chance. However, Emma blackmailed him into silence, threatening to put the blame of stealing Sua's songs and killing her on him. Both Emma and the songwriter are eventually arrested, bringing justice to Sua. In the aftermath, Sua tries to reconnect with her mother and learns that she is visually impaired and has been living apart to avoid harming her because of it. As Yi Rang and Sua visit her, she realizes her mother has only wanted to see her one last time. Moved, Sua asks Yi Rang to help her donate her corneas to her mother. After her mother regains her sight, Sua spends her final moments watching her mother and grandmother, seeing fans mourning her and honoring her memory before leaving peacefully. After the case, Yi Rang tells Na-hyun the truth about his ability to see ghosts, but she refuses to believe him and walks away. Yi Rang, however, fully accepts his role and prepares to continue helping spirits find justice as he meets another ghost client, a man whose case has gained public attention. At the same time, Na-hyun takes on the same case. Determined to recover from her previous loss, she tells her boss that she will leave the firm if she fails again. On this note, the episode 4 of Phantom Lawyer ends. Phantom Lawyer is now streaming on Netflix. Quick links.